No idea what happened there. Other than the PC blue screened. Just decided it had enough of life. Let me zoom me in again. I don't know why it does that either. The computer, whenever I turn my PC on, it always zooms the camera out again. And I don't know why. Put the Cambridge shirt on. That's the Barcelona shirt. You're a Cambridge shirt. Oh, me eye. I might as well put this Barca shirt back on the thing, so I'm not going to wear it. It's just too tight. I have put too much weight on since 2001 or whenever it was that we did the Barca save. I'll be 19. Might be 19. Long. This was a long featherweight. This was long way backwards. I think actually it's further back than it needs to be. Tease. What to tease? Well, I'd be curious. Let me get the event viewer. I'd be curious to know what the fuck happened there. Kernel event tracing. Was that 1440? No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it? Oh, it had a massive fucking something really fucking broke. Where are we? 23rd. Critical. There you go. Critical, not error. Critical. System is rebooted without clearly shutting down first. This error could cause. Yeah. So it was that. It's that error, isn't it? Kernel power 4163. The fuck. He knows what happened to it. Just Google these event log numbers. Event viewer ID. Something crashed and then it caused the whole computer to crash. Okay. Well, let's try again then, shall we? That was weird. Streaming software lost capture source and came back prior to freezing and crashing, so it might have been the cause. Lost capture source. It's weird because the capture source is just a screen grab. Maybe I caught a cable with my foot, but I think so. It's in the game. Bye. I don't know. I might have caught something with my foot underneath. Which is why you need good cable management, ladies and gentlemen. I was moving about just as it happened. I must have caught something with my foot then. And the PC just went, I don't know what to do with that! I just saw that on Twitter, Jack, yeah. Community Shield's going to be played in Cardiff. Is there a reason as to why? Or... if they just decided that they want to do it in Cardiff? Danny's on one today. To be fair, that your last set of bits before that set of bits was a genuine question. Got to mix it up a bit, yeah. Next on the agenda is in saves after the 2 current Notorious. Is that what you mean? Like what's after the RTG and the Journeyman? Is that what you're referring to? Potentially after the Journeyman, a Youth Academy RTG. And then potentially after the realistic RTG, potentially a Serie A save with either Fiorentina or Parma potentially. Is what the current maybe plan is. That's the wrong. It's the wrong one, Ches. That's the one you want. Situation. So travel costs. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We're up to that. Oh, the Weekend is performing at Wembley on that day. Fair enough. We've got an international break before City, Spurs, and fucking yikes. Right, let me pause the tinkle, and then we can get going. Actually, I need to just sort the new YouTube stream out, don't I? Seeing as we now have a secondary thingy. Apologies for the previous one going down. I must have just caught a cable with my foot. Hey, Scummy. Right, let's hit record. Welcome back to the Realistic RTG. We are not far away from the end of the season, but we are still not safe here in the division. 8 points the current gap down to Everton, which is certainly bigger than it was a couple of episodes ago. We have most recently been as close as just a single point away from the relegation zone. But with 7 points in our last 3 games, well, that's where that gap of 8 points has come from. We were a point clear, and then we got 7 points when others were just losing every week, and that's made a big difference. But we might be about to lose every week with Manchester City and Tottenham next. We'll end with Bournemouth today as well. We also have very strong Aston Villa and Newcastle sides in the next episode as well for the season finale. And there's not a lot of points on the board in those final 4. So we have to maybe hope to beat Bournemouth, and then that might be us done with our points tally this season. We did double check the points tally in last season's season finale. I think we ended up with 43 points last year in the Premier League. So it's not too dissimilar here at the moment to what we did last year with regards to what our league performance has been like. You see here, look, that we finished on 43 points, 12 wins, 7 draws, 19 defeats. And, well, whilst we have not lost as many games, and we probably look like we're stronger at this stage than we were last year, I don't know, A, how many more points we're going to get this season, and B, the bar for cut-off is probably going to be higher. Because at the minute, Everton have 27, and Wolves finished last year with 30. So we are still not safe, I think it's probably the best way to phrase it, with the nature of the fixture list remaining for us. Really desperate to get a win over Bournemouth in the third and final game today, but we're going to jump into the first game at home against Manchester City in 3 weeks' time, so plenty of money to be lost in the financial aspects between now and then, with wages going out for 3 weeks and no match tickets coming in, and at this stage of the season, minimal shirt sales too. So I'm probably going to lose quite a bit of money between now and Manchester City, but hopefully we can gain some points today. But it might just be 1 or 2. I'd love a win against Bournemouth though, and we'll see what we can do against City and Tottenham. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. I'd appreciate it very much, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. There'll be a Journeyman episode at Barcelona coming to you later on tonight. But for now, I am headed to the Abbey Stadium. $35976. 35976. It's 179880. Hopefully that'll be the same for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I can well imagine manual is very tough. Is it the same again? Yeah. Just acceleration, Tozzy, normally is enough. He's playing a different kit. Fofana, Haaland, Foden, Reinders, Rodri, Nipan, Nuri, Molnar. Well, they're lacking at centre back. Fardiol. Are they missing someone at centre back? No, they just don't have centre backs. Could Nico Gonzalez or Rodri play centre back? I mean, basically, yes, is the answer, isn't it? Really? I haven't seen the highlights yet of the Spurs game. Vivek, no. Wow. City miles clear at the top. Manchester City. Beep. Manchester City are miles clear at the top of the Premier League, like 15 points or so. Donnarumma, Aït-Nouri, Molnar, Nico Gonzalez and Josko Vardiol. Nipan, Reinders and Rodri with Foden, Fofana and Haaland up top. Oscar Bob on the bench. Bob obviously now I want to say Fulham player in real life, but I might be mistaken with that. I'm pretty sure he moved in the most recent January transfer window IRL. City are going to be one of the best sides that we could have faced at this stage of the season, considering the league table. But we have victories against Manchester City in the Premier League in our most recent past, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we could pick something up today. But with them having the sort of season they're having, one imagines that it might be. Yeah, it's absolutely a possibility that Spurs can get relegated right now. Garner. Sturt. That was supposed to go to Jimmy Garner. Fofana inside. Here's Rodri now. Floated out wide to Foden. Foden again. Oh, all of the noises. One for the through ball, two for the save. No goal for City. Is Foden going to take this short? He is. Into centre-back that came for it. And Kovar with a simple claim. Well, that very nearly was 1-0 to the side that we're hosting here. Thankfully, we were able to get the stop in. Matej Kovar has definitely seen an improvement in our defensive output this year. But we've obviously seen a massive decline in our offensive output, personally, too, which is not ideal. Very much missing the goals of Louis Appéré in the Premier League. He single-handedly kept us up last year. Despite the lack of goals that we've seen from our forward unit this season, we're doing enough at present to keep ourselves up this year as well, but we are going to have to make sure we keep going. Melia. Nicely to Sturt. On the shoulder here, Ethan Wheatley. And here's Mason Melia arriving. Get it back to Wheatley if I can, but Josko Vardiol read my intentions very well indeed. City not unplayable to this point in the game. Hard to break down, yes, but not unplayable. I don't feel out of it by any stretch of the imagination, and this could be a good move if they hadn't done an offside trap and meant that I couldn't get it to Ethan Wheatley there. Melia will try an early ball, and we might be able to get Keano on the end of it, and we can't. 25 minutes in, that's all I've really offered going forward. We've seen what they've offered going forward, and we've certainly had to rely on our goalkeeper to keep us in it, but we might have been able to find a ball around the corner there, but we can't. Still trying, though. Ow. First time joining the live stream. Thank you for joining us, Joshua. Appreciate it, pal. Glad you're enjoying the save, mate. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. So what's the situation, Jack, as you start then? You're on minus how many points at the bottom of the championship? We have expanded our stadium, Harley. We did it at the beginning of this season. So we won't be expanding any further at the moment. Not yet, anyway. Not until we find ourselves in a position where we're comfortable at staying up. Eggering does really well. All out of the feet. Get that down the lane with Diane. No, we won't. Erling's turned me. Kovar makes the stop. Just having the pressure on the shoulder of the striker, and with it being on his right foot as well, gave us a little bit more faith that Erling wasn't just going to bury that in the top corner. I'm going to pump this long, actually, because there was quite a bit of space here for Mason Melia, and he is good in the air, as we've seen from one of the headed goals he scored at the back post earlier in the season, and he is in now here. And the defenders are coming, but can they catch Mason Melia? They can't, but again, a little bit of pressure on the man meant that he didn't get a clean shot away. And it did take a deflection to give us this set piece here. And underneath this is Melia himself again, but it's gone wide this time. Bad Bunny song stuck in your head. I've not heard a single Bad Bunny song, I don't think. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Nipan and Foden. This interception. Starting to grow in this game. Ball is coming forward more regularly than it was in the opening half an hour or so. But still running the risk of getting caught on the counter every time we do look to press this City back line. Rodri with the turn. Here's Malik Fofana. And Sfera Nipan. Oh, it's a great ball to Foden. And a 1-2 as well. And Haaland flicks it. And here's Rodri. That was a very good move, wasn't it? Corner from Foden. Is he going to put it straight into the middle this time? He is. Into the mixer it goes. And away, I hesitate to say, by Savona. And away by Savona. 0-0 at the break. Be a well-earned point this if we can hold on for it. I know who Bad Bunny is, and I know he sings only in Spanish. It's Puerto Rican, right? Everyone was waxing lyrical about his Super Bowl halftime show, but I didn't see it. I did not see it. My best Arsene Wenger. Okay. City at the very end of the half put together a tasty move, and they've started the second half playing similar level of expansive passing play, but we've dealt with it. It was supposed to be to Ethan Wheatley. It's gone absolutely nowhere near him. We've got Spurs in our next game, as it's implying there top left, but we need to see this one through first before we can think about what's going to happen against Spurs. Spurs in game are not the Spurs of real life at the moment, so it's not necessarily an obvious opportunity to grab some points for us. I think Tottenham might even be second in the table behind Manchester City. Might be incorrect with that, but they're certainly right up there. Haaland with a turn that's then blocked by Garner as the pass comes in. I haven't gotten going in this second half yet. He says, that's an unbelievable ball to Ethan Wheatley. It's given us a 1-0 lead. That is all about the assist. I think it was Sean Sturr that played the ball through. Wheatley, the Manchester United loanee, scores just his 6th goal of the Premier League season. But it might be the goal that seals our Premier League survival this year. Lovely finish. Keeper beaten, but it's all about the through ball. Wow. Rodri, Haaland, little ball roll. Nipan. Oh, God, dearie me. Can't get much closer to going back to 1-1, can we? God. Wasn't great defending from yours truly, in all honesty. Needed to get to that ball. Didn't. Through the gap to Sturr. Wheatley could be away again. Again, a slightly heavy touch. Keep winning it back whenever they come forward. Apart from that one time with Foden. With Haaland, sorry. But they're hanging on to our 1-0 lead with 15 to go. Could we make it 2? Could we dream of making it 2? No need to dream. It's come true. Keanu Dyer, Cambridge 2, Manchester City 0. Keep me in this division, please. Our 2 top goal scorers, I think, for the season in Dyer and Wheatley. And they've both bagged today. That's poor. Getting a bit desperate now, Spurs. And if I had just enough time to get another turn in there, it would have been in and away. Well in Hadge. Not so well in Hadge. Newcastle 2-0 up against Tottenham. So as well, the gap at the top was sizable for City. It was well over 10 points as far as I can remember. So it's not like they're not going to win the league this season. It's just that it's being delayed a little bit. Though with Spurs also losing, they are missing one of the very few finite opportunities there would have been left to try and claw back the gap. And with Spurs next, I think if we somehow manage to avoid defeat against Spurs as well, and City win on match day 33 as it will be, I think they'll be champions. I think they might be 15 points clear at the moment. Oh, it's really poor from you, Jimmy Garner. I think they might be 15 points clear at the minute. I think it was 71 plays 56, which is really a really low tally for the chasing pack at this stage of the season. And it's a massive result for us. We did say at the beginning of the game that we're not strangers. Burnley won by 4-2. Christ, against Fulham. We're not strangers to a win against Manchester City, and Spurs have just dropped to 5th. Sure, they were indeed 2nd, and the gap was 71 plays 56. So with 18 points available for Manchester City, the gap currently sits at 13 points. Although Arsenal could close that gap to just 10 with 18 available, as they've got Manchester United next. But we're thrilled with that 3 points. We're up to a lofty 14th, and Everton have lost. So the gap is 11 points with 18 to go I will go on record now and say that we will be safe this season. Match tickets 8,002 429543 360 82. That's going to be 180 41. Thank you. Right, Spurs. That's intriguing. What is your squad role, Benno? Important. I mean, playtime is... I mean... How is having a part to play in 27 of the 32 Premier League games this season? How is that not enough game time? That seems a little bit too much. It brings up to 79 now. I actually need to stop him from growing to 79. Ebring needs to go back down to 78. So let's do that. Six for Jasper. No. Still only 3 there. 11 now for Koizumi. 6 for Kapalou. 3 for Hung. 3 now for Egbring. 5 for Powson. 3 for Choi. 6 for Noguchi. Stirs up 4. He's not allowed to do that, is he? Terra's up 6. Williamson's up 9 now. Medeiros is up 14. Oh my god. Still, this is what I mean, look. Players grow in very specific places. Dribbling 80, finishing 78, short passing 78, but ball control 73. Dribbling is... Oh, dribbling's the 80. But everything else is orange or red. Ford's still only up 2. Simon's up another 3. Potluck, Macaboy. And Liam Bennett has come to me and said that he's unhappy with the amount of first-team football he's been getting and he wants to put in a transfer request. Now, he only came back to us recently. Was it this season or last season? very, very recently, Liam Bennett. We've got Liam Bennett return in here somewhere. He came back to us at the beginning of season 6. So he's been with us nearly another 2 seasons. And he's got important squad role. But as far as I'm concerned, he's played enough football. They're not 27 starts, but he's definitely got 20-ish starts in there of the 32 games that we've played this year in the Premier League. I think 27 matches involvement is enough for an important, not crucial squad role. But apparently it's not. So he's put in a transfer request. I'm going to reject everything. And I'm going to play him a bit more. And we'll see if we can convince him to stay organically. I don't want to lose. Hello, Daniel Ibarra. I don't want to lose Liam Bennett again for a second time. Not when it can be avoided. And when I feel like it's a little bit perhaps unrealistic for him to want to leave in that situation. I think he's been getting enough first team football. Especially when in the little 4 things that it shows in the bottom corner, his playtime is neutral. It's not positive or negative. So I think we're absolutely fine there. Hello, Alpha Sonko, a Cameroonian centre-back we might well have just unearthed. We've had nothing really from the scout reports that we've looked at this time around, and the ones last time around weren't great for us either, but we have just picked out 2 new academy players there, with Sonko having long pass and aerial fortress. He's only 15 as well. Looks like he could be an absolute brute at centre-back given time. And Daniel Ibarra, 88 potential for the Chilean CDM here. And he's got power shot, block, intercept and enforcer. They could both be very, very good players in a few seasons' time. So let's try and get them there, shall we? Some luck in the youth academy continually. But even more luck with some of the growth we've seen from some of the players in the youth academy at this particular moment in time. That young winger from Brazil has gone up 14 with a loan spell. Two for Louis Ford. 76 is maybe putting himself into with a shout of being a squad player next year. Where are we? Noonan's up 4 out on loan, which is great. Medeiros up 14. Amazing play styles. Physically decent. I mean, his balance is not great. He's got agility through the roof, but balance doesn't really go with it. Can't jump. His stamina's okay. Strength is neither here nor there. And technically, there's not really anything standout about him yet, other than, okay, he can dribble a bit, but his ball control's only 73. So I don't know as he's really pushing his way into the squad yet. Might be another loan spell for him next year, but I don't know. I'm torn as to what to do with players like that. When they grow exponentially like that, it's like, do you then, because they've clearly had a breakout season, you then involve them for the first half of the new year and then maybe loan them out again in January if he doesn't quite do the business? Or do you just loan him out again because we've obviously got significantly better players in the starting lineup and significantly more effective players? Like Mason Mellier's just come in and he's obviously significantly better than that Medeiros kid. So I'm not sure. But we are losing Gomez at the end of the season and Dolan's loan will expire, so maybe he does come back as a squad player. Similarly, Louis Ford. I'm going to be looking for a new striker next year, but I think Appare, Louis Ford, and insert new striker is going to be our striking options next season. Now, though, we're concentrating on this season, and this season is Tottenham next. I am going to put Bennett in now, and we'll try and turn around his morale. Lancashire is their best striker, surely. Alexander Isak is suspended. throw Leao at striker then? Would you leave Lancashire there? Put Leao at striker, I think, don't you? Put him on a bench, so. Or maybe not. Maybe off the bench. Uh, 14th heading into, or 15th heading into this one, Saints. On FM or FC, Steve? On FM. Unlucky. Like, if you got to the playoffs with the current squad, do it again. Tottenham in a 4-3-3 are missing a suspended 89 rated Alexander Isak up top. That will give us a fighting chance today. Rafael Leao through the middle in his place with Wilfred Gnonto on the left-hand side where Leao would normally be. Gives us a hope, because Isak tore me a new one last time we played Spurs. And them not having him here as he's picked up too many yellow cards so far this season could be a blessing in disguise for our chances of competing in this particular fixture. Spurs obviously need a result, with maybe not the title being at the forefront of their minds, but certainly Champions League qualification for next season would be massive for them. We just want to make sure that we keep ourselves in a position where we think we're going to be safe. Haj Musa's in the box. And that's squeezed in. Anatoly Trubin can't keep it out. A cheeky toe poke from Anis Haj Musa. And it's his first goal for the club in this loan spell. Of course, the games against City and Spurs might be the ones where we get the points we need. Because I better lose to Bournemouth. It's just classic FC, isn't it? Dynamic development plan. What's the dynamic development plan? It's a new thing, but I'm not sure what it does. It defaults to dynamic. No, I have no idea what that does either. If you can find some sort of description in patch notes. Came in the last update. It's a new default plan. The game will train the player in the suited position as in the default, or if you start playing them out of position, it can try and match stats for that one or the exact position if they have the position learned. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, do we think? It's just the game choosing what development plan to put on it itself rather than leaving everything unbalanced. And oh, so if you play a player as box to box, it puts the player on box to box. If you change his role, it will change his plan. It's been praised by people according to Andreas. Okay. I didn't even know they were doing that. Thank you for the follow, Joey. With a tackle. Could be having the game of his career here. Well, certainly the game of his Cambridge United career. Could be in again. Is in again. Hans Musa trying to cut it back and can't. It's Keanu Dyer. And Sean Stir deflected. Trubin reacts to the new trajectory of the football. It really could have been two, but sadly for us, it wasn't. Still very early doors in this fixture though. Can all change. Well, Egbrink, although you've headed it exactly where Kudus would have wanted to play it. Amatucci's turned me nicely when I thought he was going to go for the pass and a little dink. Benno's up well. Melia. Oh. Turns out you don't spin Alphonso Davies that straightforwardly. Papsar. Nyonto. Yush! Vasily just with the height to get to that. Ah, that's not great from Stir. He's just kind of knocked that straight into the path for Kudus, who finds Leao! And just as one goalkeeper at one end couldn't get enough on it to keep it out. Deja vu! Stir's touch there's not great with the pressure from Kudus. Nice little ball inside, and then just can't keep the ball out the back of the net then, take over. Don't see him make those sorts of mistakes very often, but he has made one there. Hey Dom, thank you for the 3 points of the weekend, pal. Dyer. Stir. Dyer. Musa. Ashley for the 42nd month. Thank you, mate. You're trying to save Spurs on FC with a live update. Maybe. Or with a live start career. Is that what you're doing? Matucci. I was going to say, I think that hits their arm, didn't it? Bramer with the free kick. Eventually decides he figures out which way he wants to play it. Matucci. Tires in well. Not an obvious outlet, but Musa's providing to be. Your Jack Asani could just be Harry Kane again. Yeah, I don't know if the AI do it as well. It depends. If the AI do it too, then that's fair enough. Cisse and Sarr just out the reach of Egbrink. He has recovered. Eggering's had a great season at fullback. I'll lift this. Hit Bramer in the midriff and not the arm. Kudus to Amatucci, trying to stop him from going out there again. He's still been able to find a great ball. And Mohamed Kudus nearly finds the ball into their goal scorer once more. Bissek deals with it. And then Garner flicks that only as far as Mohamed Kudus. Chasing him here. Amatucci. Oh, I genuinely thought that was going to find its way into the top left-hand corner for the second time. But Kudus' effort starts on target and just fades away. It really was only a matter of inches away from being 2-1 Tottenham at half-time. We'll go in at the break level, just like we did against City. Yeah, Leicester getting relegated is entirely different to Tottenham getting relegated, though, isn't it? I think Tottenham just, if they go down, yo-yo straight back up again. Could do a Leeds and go all the way to League One. That'd be unreal. Imagine that stadium in League One. Melia. That was really bad. Kudus. Okay, let's just run all the way around the outside of him. Well in Egbring. Stuck with him, didn't give up. Run it back again. Here comes Haj Musa again. Weekly on the shoulder. Stir is there too. Stir is going to be an option here. Just needed a runner of his own. Didn't quite present itself. Dyer to Garner. I'll look for Melia, but it's not a great ball. Amatucci. Gnonto. Amatucci. This is dangerous. Thank you. Not thank you, Liam Bennett. Thank you, Raphael, for missing it. Bennett won it back and then lost it immediately. Hasn't cost us on this occasion, but could so easily have been Tottenham back in the lead there. Or in the lead for the first time, actually, as the case may be. So, inside to Amatucci. And Leao again. It's just tricky to deal with. And Amatucci has got to do better. He looks like a tiny little man, does Amatucci. And he's going off now for Xavi Simons. He could have left as a potential match winner. He'll actually leave. Wondering whether he'll maybe start again for the rest of the season if he didn't put in that good a performance there from the manager's eyes. City go 1-0 up against West Ham. That could be them with 1.5 hands on the trophy. Let's be honest, they've already got 2 hands on the trophy, haven't they? They don't throw this away from here, City, do they? Tottenham, however, could throw their potential point away if Ethan Wheatley could have been onside, which he wasn't. A few more rebound goals, aren't there, Curtis, for sure. I definitely agree that goalkeepers aren't as good as they were at launch, for sure. Onto with a heavy touch. Just to burst into the space that was there. Oh. Under pressure there, Bennett. Managed to get away. Lay out. Well in, Benno. He does do a decent job on most occasions, Liam Bennett. Just feel like Savannah. Oh, I mean, Leal's. He's more run into me than I fouled him there. He's just turned really well, nutmegged the man, and then tried to run through the man as well as the ball's gone through the man's legs. Xavi Simons with the effort that he's straight at Mate Kova. It's a great position to try and shoot directly, isn't it, for Spurs? And they haven't taken it there, and they've elected to try something from the training ground that just hasn't worked. Will they get a better chance to take the lead? Sean Sturt going on the attack now as we come down the pitch at the other end. And Melia's going to have the legs to get in behind here. And if he can find a teammate. And with a first-time effort, Ethan Wheatley might have won us it. Oh! So close. Trying to sweep it in that far bottom corner. It's a foot wide. What happened, Steve? I haven't seen anything. Miss Winter sets. Stir. Spurs collapsing here at the end. Please be onside. Fact. Brennan Johnson down the line. Dug out well, keeper's there. Bowl it. Fire it. Play it through the gap. Afonso. Does brilliantly, does Davies. Xavi Simons got the one option out wide in Wilfred Nyonto. Is Dom Solanke. Do not lose to a Dom Solanke 92nd minute winner, please, says. Trying to hold off Tottenham players here. Sturz made a great run. That's where I was trying to play it. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw here. I'll absolutely take a point against Tottenham. I've absolutely taken a point against City as well. Now watch me go and lose to Bournemouth. That would be absolutely typical, wouldn't it? Shawnee, thank you for the follow, mate. You had no idea I streamed. So I'm doing something wrong if after 11 years of streaming and plugging it almost every day, people still don't know I stream. Appreciate the long-term support, Shawnee. Plane crashed into a vehicle at LaGuardia. Plane versus fire truck won. Do I manually take Bennett off the transfer list? I feel like I should. I won't for now. We'll just keep rejecting the bids, but it is kind of nonsense that we're getting them. (8122) for attendance. 435984. 435984. And then shirt sales. 34683. 34680. 173415. Done myself out of a grand there. Oh, wages. When did wages go up? Oh, I guess with McGinty's new contract. 718620. 718620. I'll take that all the way back to McGinty signing on fee. Yeah. Fire truck 1 and killed both pilots. The flight attendant was found strapped into the seat on the outside of the plane. Fuck. I presume there's video footage of it. Just getting bid every fucking day now. Literally. Literally every day. Everton lost again. I get why. I think I get why people say they're nervy flyers. But if you're so much more likely to get killed in a car accident than a plane crash. But it feels like the most natural thing in the world to just get in a car and go for a drive. Or be a passenger in a car. You're so much more likely to be involved in a car crash. I don't know if never really had any sort of qualms about getting on a plane. Yeah, you've seen images of the front of the plane. There's not much left of the front of the plane, is it? How fast was the plane going, do we know? Was it like on its way to take off? Presumably it wasn't just taxiing. There is not much left of that fire engine, no. $173 knots. Uh, 173 knots is 200 mile an hour, give or take. 199 miles an hour. Yeah, 200 miles an hour into a fire engine is not going to go well. Have they released another one, Curtis, or do you mean Angel Wings? Because the breakdown in Angel Wings lives in my head rent-free as well. Let's go and play Bournemouth. Oh, you hadn't had a chance to listen to it until now. So fucking good. Cause it's safe to say. Past you never fade away. So good. Obviously not doing it any justice. Sevilla are having a bit of a nutty poor year, right? La Liga. Tell you what. Sevilla 15th, yeah. Lost half their games. I mean, the speed they do in the TT, if you crash, you're dead. Which is why it's so fucking impressive at what they do in the Isle of Man TT. Throw McLean in. Bennett can get another start. Put Wenzel in for Ghana. I'll throw Gomez in for Stir. I haven't heard anything by Muse for like 15 years, to be honest, Curtis. I'll have to look into it, Curtis. Can you link me it on socials at all? I need to turn the thing off, don't I? Bournemouth with a full 3-3 as well, so popular formation this year in the Premier League. Owusu Aduro in goal. Diakite is their best defender at 84. Semenyo, their best attacker at 80. Actually, I say that 83. Ben Gannon-Doak's 85, I believe. Midfield of Alex Scott is going to be pretty decent. He came very close to scoring a brilliant goal at the weekend, Alex Scott. A whipper, a finessed whipper. Hopefully, Bournemouth don't do anything against this here. They are the side at most risk of falling into the relegation zone. 5 points, I think, is the gap between themselves and Everton. They're on 32 points. Everton's still on 27 after 33 games. So we've got a giant gap now to the relegation zone. If we win this, then that I think is us safe. Lyle Foster gives Burnley a 1-0 lead at the Etihad inside a minute. Burnley still fighting hard, although they might already be mathematically gone. Inside here, Wheatley looking for support, was never going to get a shot away. Yeah, I think a dub here is us safe, officially mathematically done, which would be great heading into tomorrow's season finale. Nice tackle by Malcolm McLean. Nice tackle by Malcolm McLean. Bennett, Wenzel, little dink, try and nod it round the corner. Not quite worked for me. Wheatley's recovered it well though. Wenzel looking familiar. Okay. Scott, Gannon-Doak, João Pedro. I didn't realise it was João Pedro up top for them actually. And around the corner, and he'll finish this. Oh, he absolutely should have done. That is not good enough from João Pedro at all. A player of his experience and his quality, albeit might be declining by this point in a save. I don't think he would be actually. I think he's still probably at the most 31 or 32 by this point in a save, João Pedro. I think he should probably be burying that every single time. At the very least, getting it on target. Disappointing for Bournemouth. They may be in need of a goal-scoring striker the same way that we are. Oh yeah, I forgot they've got Gavi in their midfield. He's like 88 rated. Well, they've scored now, Bournemouth. They're number 33, who is Marius Korkul. And that is a name I certainly don't recognise, but it's a thumping finish. Yeah, I'm not surprised then. It was a hell of an effort, wasn't it, from Alex Scott? Oh, I can still Google. I'll Google it myself, Curtis. I was just wondering, just so I could remember. Like leave the notification on my phone or something so it reminded me. Oh look, Bournemouth fans are quite loud, aren't they? Even though there's about 10 of them at the game. Gannon-Doak away down the right-hand side. And delivered beautifully. João Pedro with another effort. There was a man behind him that was in better space. It surely would have stood a better chance of getting the goal. Diakite with the header there. Can we bowl this out quickly? They've only got 3 men back here. If I can get it under control, might be able to get it through here to Haj Musa and have a counter-attack of our own. I need the man in the middle to keep getting forward, and getting forward he is. But the ball isn't good enough. Unfortunately, looking for Mason Melia. Could have been a good way to get back level, that, but the ball in from the outside area wasn't good enough, unfortunately. Semenyo to Scott, to João Pedro, to Semenyo again. Bursting, bursting, bursting. Not quite Micah Richards-esque on this occasion. He certainly has had a burst onto the scene-esque debut season at Manchester City, hasn't he? Even if he hasn't burst onto the overall Premier League scene. Very much has burst onto the Manchester City scene. Melia's onside here, I think, because the man on the far side played him on. Mr. Bard is quick. All right, cheers. Went pure Tom Garrett there. What does that mean? Eggbring. Oh, I don't know the name Tom Garrett. Gavi to Gannon-Doak. Gavi, Scott. That's interception by Wenzel. Haj Musa's going to give and hopefully eventually go. And he has gone. He's having a good episode, is Hajmusa. It wasn't meant for you, Mr. Wenzel, but you've done unbelievably well until the finish. Oh, wow. Takes it past the man and then just misses the target. I won't be buying you, mate. You can go back to Bayern Munich. Oh, it's not a going joke that Bournemouth only have 10 fans, is it? No, it probably isn't, is it still? Hey, Tommy. You're the only one, are you? The sole Italian fan. Grazie. Tommy Rosso. I don't mind the New England kits. Not a fan of badges down the middle, though. Bennett. Melia. Oh, that's just really bad. Melia and Beno. Melia to Wenzel. Bennett. Melia, it's not a great ball. Semenyo into Alex Scott. Well in Bissek. Gomez. Not long left in his Cambridge United career, but he's getting a start here and has had a decent game. So is Hajmusa, looking for Ethan Wheatley, who could beat his man. Can't beat his man. Barely any acceleration there from Ethan Wheatley at all. Bissek's been drawn out of position here to try and deal with this attacking run from Antoine Semenyo. It's a very good cross too, and Keanu Dias had to track back himself from CDM. McLean in the way, McLean in the way. Now, you could see how it hit the hand from open play, but that's not a penalty. I saw it hit McLean's hand. I didn't see it hit Bissek's hand, and the penalty was given against Bissek. But from that range, that arm is surely in a natural position where it is. You can't give that as handball. That's just, you can't, surely, chat. No worries, Tommy. Arrivederci. That's no pen. It's no penalty. I'm sorry. Dyer, Wenzel, Gomez, Wheatley into the channel. It wasn't a great ball, slightly under hit, but Wheatley could be in behind here, and if he can get to this, which he has done, we could be level, and we are. Ethan Wheatley has not offered me much this season, but in these handful of final games, It's popping up with some important goals. One against City to give us the lead there. One against Bournemouth to give us the equaliser here. Lovely run. I wasn't sure whether it maybe hit a hand. Also wasn't sure about the headed touch in front of him, but take nothing away from the finish. That was very well tucked away. I won't be buying Ethan Wheatley as my starting striker next season. But he has done enough to have warranted being dubbed worth the loan deal, I think. And he's certainly been better than Louis Apre would have been this season, given Louis' decline as a player, unfortunately. A student that went to STAC died at age of 16. He was a STAC student. He went to STAC. How did he pass, Sid? Sorry to hear that, mate. Well, Pedro. Nice tackle by Dyer. Gomez. Now, who's going to run where? Melia. In there is the answer. He's going to have to do well to hold off the defender here, but he has. And here is Dyer. And we might just still win the game today. Bournemouth showing why they are where they are in the league table. Wasn't it Wheatley then Dyer against City as well? I think it might well have been. Remarkable, really, that the two pop up again to maybe give us another set of 3 points today. And last episode and this episode, giving us a third of our points this season, if not more, by the time we end the day. Was it 7 points yesterday and 7 points today? That would be 14, if we hold on to it, obviously. That would be 14 all told. And this would put us on 40 points? Maybe? So yeah, a third of our points coming in just March and April. If we can see this through. Oh, which we very much have done now. A parting gift for Gomez. Bournemouth really have fallen apart. 3-1. Certainly an option, Davidenki. Although Melia is doing very well out wide. Melia has been such an upgrade on Vale that I'd be hesitant to change that. Nice tackle by Wenzel. To Egbrink through the gap and over the top. This is one of the best second half performances we've seen all save, let alone all season. Melia. Oh. I mean, we were 1-0 down at half time. I don't know where this has come from Bournemouth. But we are safe in the Premier League now. It's a great ball. No, it's not. Bard. Semenyo. Scott. It's been a turnaround in the other game as well. Burnley were 1-0 up in that game against Manchester City after a minute. City have just gone 4-1 up in their game as well. 1-0 down to 4-1 up for City. 1-0 down to 4-1 up for us. We are not on their level in terms of quality of player. But we did beat them today. And it was the same first two goal scorers for this one as was the case in that one too. Oh, and if we could have gotten away there, we might maybe have made it 5 here. We still could. I'm trying desperately to get past Diakite, but I can't do it. That'll be game. Well, The last 2 episodes have made our season. We were strong at this stage last year, and we've been strong at this stage this year as well. I know it's a developing pattern, but I don't know what the pattern is, or what causes the pattern, if you know what I mean. Like, yes, we tend to be strong in the February, March, April area of seasons, but I don't know why that is. You only missed 1 game, Mr. Baselli. Don't worry about it too much, mate. We are 15th in the Premier League, which is exactly where we finished last year. We are, however, level on points with Manchester United and only 4 points off 10th, although they've got games in hand above us, so let's not get too carried away. We are 15 points now above Everton, and if they lose against Liverpool, which is likely, safety could be guaranteed in that particular match day. Let's have a look when they play that game. Is it before the end of the month? Might be next. Liverpool play Forest. So Everton, Liverpool is... I don't know when, actually. That's weird. I might have missed it somewhere, but regardless, that's us. I'm going to say safe. I'm going to say that's us safe. Definitively. Tomorrow's season finale could see us push on to have a better league finish than last season. West Ham can close in on us, obviously, if they get a result against Crystal Palace. We finished 15th last year. We want to maximise our financial gain from the end of the season, so we will hopefully be able to do that next year. But we are now on exactly the same points tally as we were last season, or was it 43 that we looked at the beginning of the episode? It might well have been 43 last year. Let's have a quick look again. Just having a look in this season finale. It was 43 points with 12 wins, 7 draws, 19 defeats. So far this year, 11 wins, 9 draws. So if we get a 10th draw and then lose the other 3, then that would be a very, very similar season. It has been ultimately a very, very similar season. We ended up 13 points safe last year. We're currently 15 points safe at the moment. We'll see how things develop, but it's been a slightly better season, but still, given the way we started and ultimately the way we've ended, it's not quite been good enough from us. But we'll see what the finale holds, and maybe we might get a lofty, unexpected, undeserved league finish that will maximise our financial income for next season's transfer budget. I'll see you tomorrow. Just save that. Had an electric bike and exploded in his friend's house. The electric was like charging in the house and it blew up or something. That's crazy. Not sure what episode number this is actually. It is 11, I thought it was. Do the financials from that quickly. Was that another home game? Were all 3 of those games at home today? Yeah, they were. That's weird. $17246 is very low for that. $86,230. Match tickets 8120. 435877. Yes, Saints, we're going to record another episode of the RTG. Going to record the season finale, or at least most of it, even if we can't get it completely finished. I am just going to go for a quick toilet break, though. In the meantime, I shall be back in uno momento, and then we'll play the season finale. BRB. Sorry for the extended break. Got caught up in a game of Wheels on the Bus. Jules was singing along to, well, not singing along, actioning along to Wheels on the Bus, and I had to get involved. Not just going to be like, no, Daddy's got to go back to work. So we wipers and we'd open the doors and beep 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 and wow wad and should. All right, Kev. That's over Tonali, Mancini, Bastoni, Calafiori and Scamacca. There's a chance of... Oh, as in for Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. When is the game? Oh yeah, Thursday. To be fair, you did get a win in your last game against Luxembourg. What does the table look like? So you click table there and it takes you to the World Cup qualifying, not Euros. Oh no, World Cup qualifying playoff semi-final, sorry, ignore me. I forgot it was the playoffs. Are they double legged or is it just one leg? A single game. Held it on neutral ground or no? Held at the home of the higher finishing side. Winners play the winner of Wales-Bosnia. Seems very convoluted. We'd go Turkey, Czech Republic, Denmark, someone, Poland, Slovakia, Sweden, Wales. Brazil-France would be a good game. That's the one being held in the States, right? England Uruguay is Friday, and then what, Monday for the next one? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. All right. Bring, bring. Right, season finale time. We probably won't get it all done, but do what we can. 0-0 at Windsor Park, was it? Second game was just 50-50. Yeah, that's fair enough. Josh McGuinness missed an open net. Italy are just questionable, aren't they? They have been for the last decade or so, other than fucking Euro 2020, obviously, unfortunately. Welcome to the Realistic Road to Glory, Season 7, Season Finale. We face some sides today that we could very well get some points from and earn ourselves quite the extra amount of money, actually. For each Premier League position that we could potentially finish in, there is an extra £3 million available. Now, this stage last season, we ended up dropping 2 places on the final day and costing ourselves an extra £6 million, 75% of which would have gone into my transfer budget for the next season. And there is the potential, with the league table as close as it is, as you can see there, with 12 points available for us, 15 for the majority of others though, unfortunately. But there's the potential to get into the top half here. There is potentially up to about 15 million quid's worth of positions to be made today. We are safe from relegation thanks to our March and April, but in May, we could very well put ourselves in a position to have a sizable transfer budget next year because, of course, with our 100% budget carryover from this season to next, thanks to the unexpected event, we're going to be taking an extra £18.2 million with us next year. And with a number of youngsters that we could move on if we feel like we're not actually going to get anything from them in this save, then we could raise that budget yet further. We've not really utilised the youth facilities in terms of actually maximising a potential transfer profit from it, which is something that we may look to do next season as we're going to try and kick on and, fingers crossed, not be involved in a relegation fight all season next year, which was the hope for this year. We're getting a bid every day for Liam Bennett now, but I'm hoping by playing him every week for the remainder of the season, we might be able to convince him to want to stay. I don't know if it's actually going to work as a tactic, but it may well do. So we've got Sunderland and Newcastle today, as well as Brentford, who are 13th there too. And then the final game is Brentford. It's Aston Villa in between. So Sunderland, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Brentford. And obviously you can see that Sunderland and Brentford are right there above us. So that's potential for positions gained and money earned for next season's transfer budget. Villa are only 9th and only 5 points away from us too, and they've played 34 games, so that's very much a potential position we could earn as well. Newcastle are a bit better than that. They're trying to get themselves into next season's Champions League. City have not yet won the league, but they're a point away from doing so. So it's kind of done at the top end of the table. Let's see what we can do in today's episode and earn ourselves as much money as possible for next year and hopefully have a real stonking transfer budget that obviously next season is going to be spent all on the squad rather than on facilities and the squad as we did last year with the stadium improvements. So next year we could really hopefully kick on. Let's see what happens. Sunderland at home to start. I do need to check and see how many games Guille Fernandez has played for us because I'm not sure I want to sign him. Oh, okay. So we could play Guille Fernandez. We could play Guille Fernandez in every game remaining this season and not have to buy him. Perfection. I don't think I want to sign him permanently. Be an 81 rated striker, 80 rated cam. Do you think we should sign him regardless, chat? I don't think so. He's only 23 though. Or is he just a great squad player? He has 96 finishing, but it's how many times is he going to be in a position to be able to utilise it? That's the thing. Not many, I don't think. Dingra, Robbie, Minter, Tiara, Neil, Lefay, Serkin, Azarete, Noonan can't play because he's on loan from us. Let's throw Boz on the bench. Haraldson kind of has to be in the team, doesn't he, really? Let's put Haraldson in for Alexic. Are we missing Siddiqui and Mukiele through suspension? Sucks for you. I mean, McLean put in a good performance in the last game, so he should probably play this one as well, shouldn't he? And Gomez got a goal. Yeah, I saw that you'd sacked the manager, Danny. You think it's too late? I'm not sure what the table looks like, actually. Have a look at the lead. I'll do it on my phone so we don't continually delay the stream. I mean, you're 2 points safe at the minute. Sorry, a point safe at the minute. Did you come down? You came down with this last year, right? Was it Shrewsbury, yourselves, us, and Bristol Rovers? Or did Cheltenham come down with us last year and you came down the year before? You might come down the year before, actually. You came down last year. Back-to-back relegations to conference would be brutal for a club like Crawley. I don't think Crawley would recover for years if you got back-to-back relegations. Sunderland in a 4-3-3, which has been a popular formation against this, and one that we've actually done quite well at exploiting in recent games. Quite a familiar looking Sunderland side in the main, although Yankuba Minter out on the right-hand side is obviously very good, and Hakon Arnar Haraldson in the midfield is particularly impressive too. They are missing Mukiele through suspension for yellow cards, and also Siddiqui too, both of which would be in the starting lineup were they available. So Sunderland a little weaker than they would be, although the replacements that have come in their place are similarly rated and of similar quality, so it's not a massive loss for them. But Sunderland are a side that are catchable for us in the league, so this is a big game. Even though in theory there's not much on the line in today's season finale with regards like actual huge changes to the save with regards to a potential staying up or going down storyline, the chance to earn yourselves 10 to 15 million quid for a transfer window to try and take the club to the next level is actually just as important for me. So we're going to do what we can today to ensure that we finish as high as we possibly can in the league table, and then it'll be a massive window for us next year. Giant, in fact. Haj Musa. I'm going to whip this early and fail. Is that what Carlisle did, Kev? I didn't realise Carlisle had back-to-backs as well. Yikes. Bennett. Garner. Nicely done. We'll get this out wide to Haj Musa. Great touch. Just knock it inside. Wheatley needs a good touch. He has found one, and the turn was okay, but the defender knew what was coming. Adingra is going to go inside to Diarra and then forwards to Brobby. My Brobby, hero last weekend. Sorry to the Newcastle fans that are live in chat for reminding you again. We defended it well and we'll look to get rid of it, but we failed because Minter's too bloody quick. Brian Brobby, that's a lovely turn. Kovar with great handling to ensure that it doesn't go in. 0-0 after 20 minutes here. Draws aren't good enough for us here now. At this stage, against these sides that are around us, we need to be beating them so that on other match days against sides that aren't in and around us in the division, we have the opportunity to overtake them. Not just stay the same distance away from them. Adingra, Brobby, Adingra, Neil, Dan bloody Neil. 0-0 still. Oh yeah, I remember you had Williamson, didn't you? I forgot about that. Fuck me, that's poor. Oh, Minter. Never mind, you tried a little bit too hard, mate. The first bit with the chest control was unreal. That's nicely done. It's a great touch to take him away too. We'll look for Wheatley. You can look back for Musa. You can look back for Wheatley. You can look nowhere because his touch is shite. Good header by McLean. Dyer forward. And Musa inside nicely to Gomez, who had a good game against Bournemouth. He's had a good spell at the club, Gomez. We're just kind of developing beyond his current level. Minter in behind. And Eggring doesn't enough. We went 1-0 down at half-time, Mike, and then ended up winning 4-1. So, yes. Mike Williamson's now head coach at the Mighty Mariners. Who's that? Is that Shields? Garner. Bennett. Melia. This is good. And Mason Melia's in if he's on. It's a real chance to take a 1-0 lead against Sunderland. It's a real chance taken. I wasn't sure, given the creativity of Harvey Vale, whether Mason Melia was going to be worth the fee that we paid for him. But with 4 goals now in just 12 games and some assists to go along with that, I'd be very intrigued in comparing the stats come the end of the season between Vale and Melia. I think we've definitely upgraded. Whether ultimately he'll be worth the 50-odd million we paid, I don't know. But certainly he's made an impact since arriving in January. That can't be denied. Not head coach, just a coach. Oh, just a coach at Shields. Yeah, some people are just not built to be in charge. They're built to be part of a team. That's me. Wheatley, Musa. I mean, he's in. And rather tamely, it is too. All of a sudden, this team have really found their feet at the level. We could just avoid that middle of season wobble. Well, it's not more than a wobble, isn't it? We're on our arse for a while. We can avoid that middle of season collapse. Then there's definitely a top half finish in this side for next season with the right additions. But they are going to have to be the right additions. We can't afford any transfer flops. Otherwise, we're just going to be right back where we are again. Please don't do this to me. Thank you. Brink. As Musa. Nice. Oh my god. Good. That was offside. Spurs, Hadrick. Leicester getting back-to-back is only because of the points deduction, isn't it? Or if Leicester go down again. Over with the bowl out and spread. Oh shit. Into back to Neil. Diarra. Well in, Jimmy Garner. He's been more and more solid as time has gone by as well. Wasn't the obvious buy in terms of what could potentially have been available at the rating for us when we came up, but for the gap that was in the squad, it was the position to buy for, wasn't it? Minter. Done really well until the finish. I wonder whether you might be right. Someone in chat said wasn't 23 at the start of the season. I wonder whether you might be right. He might be allowed to grow to 84 this season, you know. Which would be huge for us next year. Bennett. Melia. So it's going to be Melia we go to again. Ah, doesn't have the Ronaldo chop, it's annoying. Adingra. Robbie. Great ball. Not the best take, but good enough. And Harold... I've caught Robbie. Never mind, they scored anyway. I went to throw myself in front of the ball to block the shot and caught Brian Brobby there, and he fell to the ground and they had the advantage. It was going to be a penalty. Jimmy Garner, was it Jimmy Garner that made? Yeah, Jimmy Garner made the challenge. I went to just throw myself in front of it. And geez, absolutely flattened. Brian Brobby. I presume he picked up a yellow card for that. He did indeed. Sunderland are back in it at 2-1. And there's still absolutely time left for us to have a Bournemouth-esque second half collapse here. Nicely done. Never mind. Dingra played in, and the cross is decent. Oh, and there was your... There's an offside. There was your Bournemouth-esque collapse happening right before your eyes. Minter missed the target, and he is so thankful that Brobby was offside. Otherwise, that's super embarrassing for him. Well, it's embarrassing enough as it is to have missed it. He's just lucky that it didn't bloody count or wouldn't have counted anyway. That's a foul, ref. Melia absolutely munched. 9 minutes to go here. I'm tempted to just kind of see it out. Are you onside? Where did their defence go there? Oh, just trying to pull it back towards Wheatley and couldn't. Bissek against Brobby. Hit Brobby's hand. Will take the advantage and just try and continually run the clock down. Musa doing really well. Are you onside here, Gomez? He is. As I looked to the linesman, I lost the ball. Cannot lose this game. This would put us within touching distance of Sunderland with 3 games to go for us and 4 for them. It's a very heavy touch by Adingra and it's cost him the chance. We should see this through now. Another big result. We've gotten so many points since the start of March, if it weren't for this run of form, we really would have been threatened by relegation. But we have been able to pull ourselves out of the gutter. Don't. And breathe. A 2-1 win against Sunderland fires us, hopefully, further up the table. Villa next. He was born in January, so allowed. Okay, in which case, I might make him 84 again. Or if he grows to 84 between now and the end of the season, I won't correct it. Let's make him 84 again. What did we tweak? We tweaked his skill, right? A point behind Sunderland. Let's go. 4 straight home games here, which is so unusual. Is that one midweek? No, it was that weekend. 3 of the next 4 away then? No, just 2. 17246. That is the same. So it's just match 681166. 8116 even. 435662. Link you something on IRL Football Discord. I'd like to see it at. I'd like to see it at full speed. It's very aggressive and from behind. I could see why that a straight red was given for that. You can give it either way. Oh, nice one, Sid. So I did see you put something in the chat about your Sid Cam United thing earlier and I missed it. Or forgot to go back to it. Yes, I think you put something in. Did you put something in? I'm sure I saw something earlier. Yeah, you did. Apologies, I missed it. First corner nutcase. Thank you for the follow, mate. Apologies, I missed that as well. The red was because it was Valverde on Bainer and the ref took it as violent conduct. Oh, because of the history between the two players. Literally every club in Europe has bid for Liam Bennett now. 15th. Damn, son. So we're still only 4 points from 10th. 5 points from Villa, who we play next. 5 points from Fulham in 8th. Yeah, Shea Charles's goal was stonking. No, not that far, Sam. Top half, maybe. Sorry, wimps. Don't worry, Willem, you've only missed like 4 hours. I wouldn't have known how old Valverde was if you asked, to be honest. I probably would have guessed at like 28-ish. Villa not in a 4-3-3, so maybe this will go slightly differently. A triple 2-2-2 for the forward picture. Morgan Rogers and Gustavo Sarr are going to be very good. Fabio Silva's 84 or 5 rated. They're in the top half, Aston Villa. They're 9th. It's the exact same situation as was the case with Sunderland. They are 4 points clear of us as we play them. We've just gone 1 point behind Sunderland at the end of the season. And we could overtake them. We're up to 13th in the table now, which is a 2-place improvement on last year and effectively where we were before we blew it in the final couple of games of the first season at Premier League level. The opportunity to earn back that £6 million that we threw away and more, of course, if other results go our way in the final few games, with Brentford to come, Newcastle too. This one is not going to be the same as the others. But, I mean, if we can beat City, then we can beat Villa, surely. Although you would have said if we could beat City, we could beat anyone. And, well, that clearly hasn't been the case throughout the course of this season or this save. Dyer, Garner, are you going to make the run, Mace? You are, but it's not great from me or you. 0-0 still. Onana with the ball through. Gustavo Sarr and Kamara. And Kamara still. Fabio Silva uses strength to get past me, and that is a hell of a finish from Redmond. Kova could have dived a minute before the ball was struck and still not gotten there. Takes the ball into his stride and then just... That's so accurate into the top corner. Redmond was not the man in their front four I was worried about. I should have been. The take and the turn and the finish are all top quality. Zepicano Redmond with his first goal of the season and his 9th start, or his 9th game. Okay. Well, we're going to have to come from behind if we're to do it against Villa. We said the 4-2-2 might be slightly different. Turns out it is. Maybe we're only good against 4-3-3s. I don't know. Rodgers, Silva, William Baselli, Egbrink, filling in positionally in the middle. Garner to Stir. Stir to Garner. Nicely done, Jimmy. Keanu Dyer quickly, first time to Wheatley. Keanu Dyer's gone again. Look at Melia through that gap. It opens up brilliantly, and Mason Melia instantaneously equalises for us. I don't think I need to compare the stats between him and Vale now. I think I'm just absolutely sure. Better, upgrade, worth the money. Woo! Oh, nah. What is his name? Bennett. Okay. Got to use it well. Move it about the right way, and space will present itself. Just shown that with that last move. Maybe a Silva. Redmond. Silva again. I'm worried about Redmond. I should be worried as well. Morgan Rodgers. Dyer. And then a little bit of a cluster something in midfield there, but we get away with it. Wheatley doesn't. Gustavo Sharp, Keanu Dyer, get it out wide. Touch not great from Mason Melia. Rodgers and Fabio Silva. Nana, well intercepted. Bissett. Stir. Where to go, what to do, how to do it. Garner looking for Stir, that's how to do it. Go on, Ethan. Go on, Ethan. Wheatley for 2. Big save, Alex Ramiro. That was shifting at quite some pace towards the Aston Villa goal. And the goalkeeper has leapt away remarkably well to stop it. Stir could send Melia away again down the right-hand side, but up against Ian Martson. I don't think he's going to have that much fun in a straight line. Although Martson's not going to be as quick or as young as he was. Oh, Mason Melia steals it away from the Aston Villa defender, and in first half stoppage time we lead at Villa Park. This has been an unparalleled end of season if we win this as well. From the beginning of February, or certainly from the beginning of March to the end of the season, we have been unstoppable. A 5-3-2 playing field hockey. How many people are on the pitch at the same time in field hockey, or field? Oh, it is 11v11, is it? A field hockey pitch is actually remarkably big, isn't it? It's 100. I feel like a pitch is 100 yards long. That's basically a football pitch, isn't it? Can't believe I'm having to do this. Yeah, it's really not that much different at all. It's narrower, but nearly as long. Wow. 5-3-2 it is. Or 5-2-3 even. Next year you're the Pep in hockey. You've run straight into Ethan Weekly there, mate. Big brink. Haj Musa meets his man. Rides the challenge really well. Brilliant agility and balance there from Haj Musa. And here comes Sean Sturr short. Sean Sturr short. Fires that into Anana. Would have loved a free kick there. We're not going to get one. Bissett. Forward from fullback. Oh, both of those were meant for Sturr. The first one was on its way to him. Defender in the way. Second one just wasn't accurate enough. Bissett. Looking for and finding Keanu Diana. He's someone I might well look to sign permanently next season, depending on who else is available in the position at the ratings we're able to look at. They've given that away again, Aston Villa. I have to say, if they do lose this one, Villa, it's on them, because they're the ones that keep gifting it back to us. Hello, Penryn. Good to see you again, mate. Good block. Earlier across. Lift it. Oh, nice. Just a little dink. Looking to return the favour. Can Wheatley bring that down? Yes, with an arm. Bald wig. Here we go. Brilliant. Bissett. Sturr. Good block. Chips, cheese and gravy for Team Boss. Who does... I know obviously your living situation is not unique, if you know what I mean, but it's slightly different, Kev. Who do you just do your own food at home, or does your mum still make it? I know you get takeaway a lot. Maybe not a lot. Regularly. Relatively regularly. I'm not trying to call you a fat cunt. It's weird, you do everything except your laundry. That's fair enough. Right down to 76 now. Sadness. Let's do just the one change. Bennett over the top. Stolen it away. Villa can't help themselves but just give possession away in this game. Oh, if that finds Jimmy Garner, there's a chance for a worldie that we're not going to get to take here. And through to Fabio Silva as Arsenal take the lead against Forest. Villa could have been level against us. They just haven't been at it here, Aston Villa. Hello. They might yet. Fabio Silva with the ball roll. Fabio Silva still. Hey! That could have gone anywhere. Off Baselli's knee for a corner. They make a change. We make a change. Guille Fernandez is on for us. Not sure who it is that's come on for them. Guille with the interception there, and Hajmus has stolen that away from Gustavo Sarr. And with room to get into, I'm going to break into it, although Sarr is closing me down again. Support needed. Hello, Shashua. How are you, mate? Okay, fair enough. Redmond. Onana. It just seems slightly lackadaisical here, Villa. They're just not quick enough to anything. Are you onside here, Mace? I think he might have been off. He's on. Mason Elliott. Could be a hat-trick. We've got a third. Mason Elliott breaking in behind. Villa just second best to everything. I think it was Amadou Onana in the middle that just didn't quite come through with a tackle or the touch as he needed to. And there's a turnover in possession that's led to a Cambridge United goal again. Melia maybe should have tucked that. Well, there's no maybe about it. It's a good save. I'm just lucky that it's fallen to Wheatley. We've had those fall against us this season. They've now fallen for us. And this run of results at the end of the season, again, is rather bewildering. But giving us exactly what we need to maybe next season, hopefully, financially be in a position to make the push on to the top half. Fabio Silva makes it 3-2. Maybe it's not over yet. Yeah, I mean, why would you argue with that, Kev? Might be a case of just trying to see this one out now. So let's not get too carried away in building something. With Villa on a comeback charge. Just want the 3 points, please. There's the potential of an 11th or 12th this season in the Premier League. I'm going to try my best to try and get it. Hajmus are breaking, but again, not going to play anything other than the obvious pass in any real situation. Just try and see it out. Boos around the ground as we're taking our time here. The Villa fans do not appreciate our winding down of the clock. Guille Fernandez, 96 finishing, not going to get the chance to have a go. Garner out to Hajmus. It's been unbelievable game management from us here in the latter stages. Gano Dyer around the corner. Here is Guille Fernandez, and that 96 finishing doesn't quite show itself. Nearly a fourth. Ramiro with the save. Spaniard on Spaniard. 3 points for the Yellers, though. Playing in white and green today. We'll take it. The Aston Villa fans are not happy. They have had a European potential charge here halted by the arrival of those in amber and black. City lose the Manchester derby. West Ham draw with Brighton. That's not going to help them down towards the bottom end of the table. We're in 13th, and we are now 2 points off Fulham in 8th. Yeah. That's come out of nowhere, hasn't it, really? Villa, had they beaten us, would have been on 53 and in with a shout of Conference League football next season. But they've lost, and they're into the bottom half with it. West Ham are safe. West Ham are safe. Everton can catch Bournemouth, but it's Everton or Bournemouth for that P18. Burnley and Southampton are just scrapping to not be bottom now. Up next for us is Champions League chasing Newcastle United. One 8412. 8412 is just 9206, isn't it? Let's not think about that, shall we, David? Think. still hoping to convince Liam Bennett to stay organically with a run of a lot of football at the end of the season. Gordon, Ekitike, Sanusi, Cordero, Kamara, Fernandez, Tonali. Oh my god, what a team. Everything but a goalkeeper, really. Alright, suit yourselves. That's a bit good. Did I make any changes in their team there or not? Yeah, I put Cordero in. I was going to say, do I need to do the controller thing or not? I do. Whoosh to the northeast, to Newcastle, right in the heart of the city. St James's Park, the destination as they chase Champions League football. We chase the top half, which is remarkable given where we were just 1 point above the relegation zone around the transfer window. Does Mason Melia really have that much of an impact? Potentially. Newcastle, rather than just bore you by waiting for the thingy now, I'll just show you, because their side is pretty bloody good. Let's see. Santi Zapata in goal is their worst player. Pedro Porro, 85. Namdi Collins, Sven Botman, Mauro Jr. Tonali, Fernandez, Kamara. Cordero, Ekitike, Gordon. There's a reason this side is challenging for Champions League football in the Premier League. It's because it's frigging amazing. Might not win this one. Bennett, Garner, Stir. What can we do against an objectively very, very good side? There's Musa, Keanu Dyer, Sandro Tonali. Ekitike. Option out wide. I don't know why he went the way about it that he did, but I'll take it. Melia. Short to Stir. I'm just going to try and get that to Melia. I couldn't quite do it. Good block. Musa. Lamine Yamal. Lol. Lamine Kamara. Tell him at Barcelona in the journeyman, can't you? Antonito Cordero, who, to be fair, I have at Barcelona as well. Garner's only headed up. Bennett will ultimately head away. And we will look to break. And that's a nice ball into Stir. And here comes Melia. Through the gap was the plan. Great ball. Good header. Oh, Haj Musa. Brilliantly brings that down. I don't know whether I'd look to sign Haj Musa or not at the end of this loan spell. I'm contemplating doing Keanu Dyer from Chelsea because he's been so good and he's not going to stand a chance of breaking into Chelsea's first team. So it makes an obvious... It's an obvious call to bring him in permanently in the summer. Ethan Wheatley I don't want permanently in the summer, but he has scored a flurry of goals at the end of the season. Lovely turn and the spin, and I think on his left foot as well. That's a brilliant goal. 1-0 Cambridge United. Barcelona would absolutely turn it down. Gordon. Gordon. Dyer. Elliott. Garner. Wheatley. Lifted. Elliott, nice. Oh. 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 We certainly have, Danny boy. Sunderland too. Woo. Junior. Roll and a turn. Ekatike. Overdone it. Overdone it. Strong from Botman, but fair. Antonito. Enzo Fernandez. Sandro Tonali. Enzo Fernandez. Ah, I've missed the ball there. Kamara with a free kick, dinked, cleared. Kamara from open play. Through the gap to Gordon. Gordon to Cordero. Dyer does well. Alright. Garner looking for Melia. Hey. A decent ping. Cordero. Kamara. This is opening up. Enzo could have played Gordon through if they'd have held their line. All it needed was the finish from Newcastle United, and that's one of the best goals of the season. He snatched it with a pressure from Bissek in his back. He's pulled it a long way wide. We're going to lead at half-time here by a goal to nil. We have been still conceding goals. Despite this run, we just conceded 2 to Villa. We did concede against Bournemouth in the last episode. God, I think we might have kept a clean sheet against City. That was 2-0, wasn't it? We conceded against Tottenham. Whilst we are winning games, we are not doing it with clean sheets more often than not. So we need to make sure that we stay on the front foot and don't try and sit back on something, because if I sit back, I am going to lose. I'm going to concede. I'm not going to hold out my 1-0 scoreline. I'm being told by live chat was 2-1 against City as well. So we conceded in that game too. I was trying to remember who scored in that game, and I couldn't quite remember off the top of my head. So I presumed it was a 2-0, but I'm told it wasn't. Haj Musa. We've worked that about nicely to get into the space. And arriving late here is Stir, but I can't get it to him. Who scored for City in that game? Yeah, Marco Seal was Newcastle manager in this save, I think. Keeper maybe should have stopped that. For realism, Ganesh. And to not have electric progress. The whole point of the realistic RTG in its concept was to stop. I thought it was 2-0, Paul, as well. The whole point of the realistic RTG, Ganesh, was to stop going promotion, challenge for promotion, challenge for Europe, Premier League title, Champions League qualification in the long-term RTGs. It was to have a more realistic journey from the bottom to the top, which is why we limit the growth of players. Stir. Dyer. Stir again. Garner. Tried it, failed. Garner. Dyer. 3 on his tail. Wheatley's here, first time. Out his feet nicely. Musa. Do we use Dyer again? I think I will. And Garner is about to come off for Guille Fernandez. Into Melia. Melia's been a revelation in these past few games. Bring Bennett across here to Gordon, and he's done brilliantly. Liam Bennett's on his way. Never mind. So a Gareth Bale against Inter Milan-esque run developing my eyes there, and then absolutely didn't follow through with it. Gordon against Garner. It's Gordon that's better. Hey, Bissett! Whoa, dearie me. Took out this goalkeeper's hands. Hello, me in the background. Very nearly cost us a goal. Enzo Fernandez going to take this short. To Lamine. Plays the 1-2. Onside Enzo, thanks to the men on the post. That's a good delivery. And Egbring rises brilliantly to ensure that they don't get an equalising goal. This one is much closer than the previous few. But Newcastle still not able to score at the moment. It's Kamara again who's had their best chance and wasn't able to take it. Cordero. Ekitike. Nice footwork. Oh, it's a brilliant ball through the gap. Cordero run off the pitch with it. Yes, best per position. I prefer 24, Vikram, is probably the fairest way to say it. Guille Fernandez. Stir. Dyer. Stir and Dyer again. He's going. He asked for it. I shall deliver. Musa to the middle. Melia at the back post. We've seen that before. Melia at the back post again. I just couldn't get the second shot away. We've not utilised that as an option, arguably, enough since Melia arrived. He is brilliant at the back post and aerially, so maybe I should look to do that more regularly and try and float it to the back stick where he can just get in a straight battle with a fullback to try and nod home. It's Pedro Porro with a good old ping across to this near side, and Antonito Cordero delivers, and we might be having a headed ping at the other end. It's Baselli in the way. Corner Newcastle, you can hear what the crowd think of their chances of scoring, but they're not going to on this occasion. And with Lewis Miley coming on, I don't know as that's really the game-changing alternative they need to find a way back into this. We might be about to get our first clean sheet in ages, and it might be enough to help us win the game. Guille Fernandez. Stir. Again, Hans Moose is in. Again, I'll look familiar at the back post. Enzo's won that one. Narrow down, needs to come forward, needs to get there quickly. 1 minute added on. Cordero is cornered and he's given it away, but Enzo steals it back. That could have been game. That will be. Cambridge United 1, Newcastle United 0. The run continues. Can we get ourselves into the top half of the Premier League is the question we're all asking. It's a truly remarkable run of form. And I know I keep going on about it, but I'm that surprised by it. It keeps me going. We are into 11th, and for the final game of the Premier League season, we are level on points with goal difference is very much against us, isn't it? So we won't be finishing as high as 8th with a game with a comparison to Brighton, unless they lose by quite a few and we win by quite a few. But we could finish above Villa. We could finish above Fulham. We could equally finish as low as 13th, but 13th is still better than we had last year. 14 wins, 14 defeats. What's the betting I draw? We end up not being better in one column than the other come the end of the season. Brentford have had basically a very similar season to ours last year. Everton are now officially down and doomed. Bournemouth survive. 15th place Brentford is who we have on the final day. We've gone from 15th to 11th. Can we get any higher and take any more money home? It was 2-0 against City. I thought it was. God damn you, Davidinky. Thank you for the raid of 5, Steve. Or Ash, Steve. Welcome in, boys. 18412 is exactly the same. That'll do me then. I didn't think anyone scored for City. Look, Bennett's played the next 6 straight games since he came to tell me that he was unhappy with his first team football. How has he not decided he's happy now yet? You just have good memories of City losing 2-1, that's fair. I'm just going to go for a quick toilet break, if you don't mind, guys. Ash Steve, thank you very much for the follow as well as the raid, mate. And quite the username for the other boat that followed. Thank you, pal. David Duncan, thank you for the follow to you as well. A couple of minutes prior. Back in a couple of minutes, chat. And then final game of the season, BRB. Sorry, I just realised I was muted. Thank you for dropping by, Harry, as well. Appreciate it, mate. Man United close to getting relegated in your save, are they, Daniel? That's mental. You got another midfielder that can come in there? Oh, I seem to remember that from Brentford. Diaz, Tiata, Aldermanson. Come on,
Shard around mine. Stop the music and then we can go in. Next game. Bournemouth. What's Lewandowski done at Barca recently? Fab's tweeting about Lewandowski at Barca. Has he played much this year? I've not heard much about Lewandowski. He played 24 games, got 11 goals. It's his worst season for Barcelona, averaging about a goal every other game. On paper, it's his worst season since 2011. But that's saying something, considering he's still got 16 goals in 37 games. Live Editor works with any save. Vivi. To put it nicely. He's tweeting about Lewandowski's future. Hello, Reese. Well, final game of the season then. In a 4-5-1, Brentford going quite defensive against this here. Xavier Montoya in goal. Capaccio, Diaz at 87, Tiata and Carreras at 88. Sharda, Damsgaard, Milambo, Konak and Nathaniel Brown at 85 on the left-hand side in midfield rather than left-back. And Kofane at 85 rated up top. They are solid, as has every side been that we've played in the main today. Sunderland probably the weakest of those that we've played. Brentford's team is actually really genuinely quite good. How they're down where they are in the table is a surprise. But maybe now we've been playing how you would have expected a side that's rated how ours is to be... Oh, hello. To be playing this season or finishing this season. Maybe we are on paper a kind of mid-table to just sneaking into the top half quality side. We just haven't necessarily shown it all season. I don't know. It's definite progression from this season or to this season from last, all told. But certainly at one point we thought we were going backwards. That's a great ball out to Sharda. And that's Gibby keeps. What alternatives do Barca have at striker? Or don't they? Ferran Torres, maybe? Egbrink, Dyer. Go to Stir. Via Ghana, apparently. That's a great ball out to Musa. Then lost it to Capaccio. Yeah, Ferran Torres. Oh, just got away from it. Milambo, worried about that ball back out there. He's levelled off enough to let me try and get some midfielders back in the picture. Oh, Kovar again. Oh, Kovar again. Bloody hell. His reactions are quite good, aren't they? Kovar's definitely been an upgrade on McGinty. When he first came in, I didn't think really that he'd done that much more. Oh, Apare considering retirement. he will end his career at Cambridge United. Sadness around the world of football for those that consider themselves Cambridge United fans, but it's probably the right call for Louis now, isn't it, at this stage of his footballing career. He could go and have a Jamie Vardy-esque season at Cremonese, but I think it's probably best for him to just retire at the end of next season. I might try and negotiate a new contract with him to bring his wages down, because he's currently on 60 grand a week, which at the time he signed that contract he absolutely deserved. And they're in it, not so much. So we might try and negotiate a new contract to maybe extend his footballing career by a year or two. Maybe by a year. But I could really do with saving those wages for next season, quite frankly. If he'll go from 60 to like 35 or something, that could be huge for us. 0-0 still here as Jonathan, presumably Burkhart, maybe, scores a goal for Chelsea to give them a 1-0 lead here. Only one side has looked, or there, sorry, only 1-0. Only one side has looked like scoring here, and one side has finally actually done it here. Now that I get all my words out, Kevin Schade gives Brentford a 1-0 lead, and our dreams of finishing in the top half just been made all that more difficult to actually achieve. It's a great header. Farron has 16 goals. In all comps? Or just in La Liga? In all comps. Same as Lua then. As Musa. Dyer. Lambo does well. Brentford showing everyone else how to do it against this Cambridge United side so far. Absolutely dominant in the fixture to this point. Apart from that pass. But so were Bournemouth in the first half in the game against them here at the Abbey Stadium. And quite frankly, the second half couldn't have been more one-sided the other way, could it? And get to that with Wheatley. I'll try and get a turn in, but I can't. We're going to be trailing by a 1-0 at half-time here against Brentford. And rightly so, given the balance of play. It's not like we've been bad. They've just picked me apart going forward with everything being perfectly weighted. Bennett's underneath that. It will be a corner. They will have the chance for a second before half-time. They do score a second. Let me go as far as to say that that's us not getting anything from this game. But at 1-0, it's recoverable. Would like a win, though, to get top half. Lua is 150 years. But he is also still Lewandowski. Right? Didn't he score something like 27? I think I just had his wiki up. Right, last season he scored 27 goals in 34 games in La Liga. He might be, God, more scorer than I anticipated. He might be 37, but a 36-year-old Lua. Oh my God, a 36-year-old Lua still scored 42 goals last year and had his best season at Barcelona. Two more years and he'll hit 1,000 games played. Or end of this year and another full season. Don't think Lua retires when he leaves Barca, does he? Do you think he keeps playing? Goes back to Poland, maybe? To live like a king? Still playing regularly for and scoring for the national side. His honours list is ridiculous, especially individual. Holy moly. Order of the Smile. Never heard of it. Fastest hat-trick in the Bundesliga, 202 seconds. Fastest 4 goals in Bundesliga, 342 seconds. Fastest 5 goals in the Bundesliga, 539 seconds. All in the same bloody game. Most goals scored by a substitute in a match, 5 goals. The same bloody game. Evening, Joe. How are you, mate? Good to see you, mate. Thanks for dropping by on YouTube, pal. Bennett. Here. Decent ball out to Nathaniel Brown. It's a decent whip too. Bissek away and Damsgaard. It's good from Kafane. It's not good enough to give them a 2-0 lead and arguably the game. Another headed effort from Cavani. Wide again this time, all of his own doing. Plenty of time left to turn this round. Plenty of time left to get completely thrown away from the result. Lambert. Well in Elliott. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester City 0. Not exactly celebrating their coronation day very well at the moment. Just around the corner nicely to Egbring and Haj Musa, and we're in. I need to find someone in a my-coloured shirt to find though. Here's James Garner, Jimmy Garner from the edge of the box, well wide, unfortunately. An hour played, 30 minutes left, and that's as close as we've come to a goal in this one. 5 shots to my 1, as you can see top left, or could have done a moment ago. Rather typically, we have the run of form we have done, and then just when we get to the point of being able to break into the top half of the Premier League, that's when we have a little bit of a wobbly day and end up not bloody doing it. Sturt, Wheatley. Nicely forward to Kafane. Out wide to Sharda, whose header it is that still separates the two sides. Damsgaard still. Konak. Oh, I mean the turn's unreal. Completely sells everybody, but thankfully, keeper's right behind it. Melia looking to cut inside at pace and does so brilliantly, and then doesn't quite find the ball through. Anthony Gordon gives Newcastle a 3-2 lead in the closing stages in their game against Fulham. That is poor from Barnett. Certainly not playing Barnett anymore. From Brentford, are they going to pay for that? No. Oh. Mason Melia, I would have put money on burying that given his recent form there. It seems we are having an off day. Everybody's having an off day in a Cambridge United shirt on this particular match day, unless Melia bangs this one, which clearly is not going to happen, but we will have the corner. We'll see what happens. Haj Musa into the middle. Bissek's there. Again over the bar. Shah's going to leave at the end of the season. Oh, nice one, Joe. Given away again. Brentford just capitulating here at the end. Shah. Duh. Say all of his name. We'll just talk about Fabian Shah in live chat, so that's why Shah was on the tip of my tongue, not Shah Duh. Mason Melia. Just Melia's going to go again as I asked him to, but their defence has gotten back. Can they get that through to Wheatley? Maybe not. Musa. Maybe now we can get it through to Wheatley. Or Turn and Garner, then Melia maybe. No, Teata steps in. I think it's going to be defeat. Oh, if we lose places in the league again because of a final day defeat, I'm going to be really disappointed. We were 11th heading into this match day, and we said we could finish as low as 13th. It's like it might well be happening. Could have finished potentially as high as 7th. No, not 7th, 9th. Oh, he's just trying to get that to Keanu Dyer. We're going to lose by a goal to nil. And I bet you the other results have got against me as well. And we're going to drop down a couple of positions. We'll have a quick look to see what the league table looks like. Brentford get themselves a final day victory. City do lose at the City Ground by 2-1 to Nottingham Forest on their coronation day. And we end up bloody typical. We end up finishing 13th. Everything else goes against us on that match day. If we'd have won that game, we'd have finished 10th. We'd have drawn that game, we'd have finished 12th. But we lost it, so we finished 13th. And Manchester United have a game to play against Crystal Palace. So we might not yet even finish 13th, it might be 14th. All Man United need is a point against Palace, who currently sit 6th and aren't going to finish any higher than 6th. When is that game? Please tell me it's soon. Is it just going to be the next day? It's on Wednesday the 26th of May. Yeah, it's in a couple of days' time. Please, Palace, do me a favour and beat Man United. Please don't let me drop down even further to 14th. Thank you, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace beat Manchester United with the final game of the Premier League season, and we do finish 13th. So, progress compared to last season, certainly. 8 more points scored, from 43 to 51. 8 more points progress next year would have us on 59, which would have us 7th and pushing for European football. So I think that has to be the aim next year. It's a very low-scoring season, isn't it? City win the title with 79 points. It's a very low-scoring season. I think the aim next season is challenge for a Conference League spot. I think it has to be. I'll advance to the end of the league season now, and we'll have a full season roundup and sort all the finances out and know exactly what the situation is going into season 8. But we end season 7, 13th in the Premier League. God, that's annoying. Final home game of the season. $8041 431 4636, and then 18518 92590. Right, chat. This is to save with 100% budget carryover, yes. So whatever we carry over into next season via the finances that we figure out at the end of this year, we will be adding £18.2 million to it for next season. At the minute, our budget next year sits at 22.5, but that's obviously without prize money and then tax factored in. So we've got to figure all that out, which we will do at the beginning of tomorrow's stream, because it's 5 to 6. So let me save that footage. We'll do all of the... it helps if you stop recording, doesn't it? We'll do all of the end of season stuff at the beginning of tomorrow's stream, and then we'll prep for season 8, and then we can, hopefully, I'm feeling slightly brighter tomorrow, we can get in the rig. But if we do get in the rig tomorrow, it won't be for long, and it won't be in anything that is remotely hard to drive. We will just grind the Mazda, I think, tomorrow. Just see if this is Bennett saying he's happy with football. Please tell me. No, it's just prize money, job opportunity, Roma. No, thank you. It's that the Mazda is back at Charlotte Roval as well, so I could potentially have a really, really good day again, I-rating wise, in the Mazda at Charlotte Roval, because 3 of our last 5 races there have been really strong on week 13. Let me show you. So we did Charlotte Roval. We had started 4th, finished 2nd, 0x. Started 2nd, finished 1st, 0x. Started 3rd, finished 9th, 10x, mate. Started 3rd, finished 2nd, 1x. And we started 3rd in the one before that as well, but obviously got punted about in that one too. Michael Boswick won both of those. I then won the next. So in my last 4 Mazdas at Roval, I've got 2 second places and a first. And that's where our meteoric rise of I rating came from, to my highest ever at 1761. Safety rating obviously could do with a lot of improving, but hopefully that will go hand in hand with decent results at the Roval. We should wait and see. If I feel like shit tomorrow again, then I'm not going to bother, because I'd rather just spend all day Thursday in the rig feeling like myself than do it on Tuesday and Thursday, and potentially risk not being able to perform on Thursday. But we'll wait and see how it goes. But that's going to be all from me for today, chat. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Apologies for the drop of stream in between, but I'm sure you guys can understand that technology wins sometimes. That is all from me for today. Tomorrow will be, like I say, prep for Season 8, which won't take 10 minutes, will it? So we're going to have a proper prep for Season 8. We'll finish off this Season 7 video, and then we'll have a proper prep for Season 8 in the RTG before then getting in the rig midway through the stream, provided I feel slightly better tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching tonight, guys. Appreciate it very much. I will see you tomorrow for more.